childhood fame with a part in a daytime drama called As the World Turns, Michael would later sell his business to finance and develop Hollywood productions. He was a flamboyant character who loved extravagance. An extremely charismatic man, he could talk his way into, and often out of, any complicated business deal. He believed in first impressions, and had always been regarded as a sharp dresser. Genetically, Lynsey was predestined to be a star. In 1985, the 20-something couple married, and a year later, on the 2nd of July 1986, their eldest daughter Lynsey was born. Both Dina and Michael grew up in Long Island. She was from Merrick on the South Shore, while he hailed from Laurel Springs in the north, so it made sense to settle in the area. The family set up home in Cold Spring Harbor on Long Island's North Shore, a respectable and peaceful neighborhood. A former whaling village, the area had been popularized by well-to-do New Yorkers in the 1900s, and was even home to Louis Comfort Tiffany, the founder of world-famous jewelers Tiffany's. Leafy and spacious, the area was also home to a famous bird sanctuary and woodland conservation area. Most inhabitants were white middle class with an annual income of $200,000. It was an area of the type depicted in F. Scott Fitzgerald's famous novel The Great Gatsby. All in all, it was a nice place to live. They had 2 acres zoning there, remembers Lynsey, so we had a lot of property. Encouraged by her ambitious mother, Lynsey embarked on a modelling career at the age of 3. My mom knew some people at Ford Models, and they were like, "Oh, bring her in," says Lynsey. But Lynsey protests that she was never forced into anything by her parents. "I would beg Dina to bring me. It was really comfortable in front of the camera, and it was fun." Committed to her daughter's success, Dina would regularly drive Lynsey to New York for auditions. Eventually, all her children would sign up with acting agencies. Dina was fully aware of the hard work and pitfalls a showbiz career could entail. But she had also experienced, albeit on a smaller scale, the buzz of fame and success. She was careful not to push her children. She'd seen too many overzealous mothers go down that route. She would simply present her children with options and guide them accordingly. Michael played no role in suggesting an acting career to his kids. He left all of that to his wife, who seemed quite content with her newfound occupation. Besides, he was often away on business trips, brokering yet another big-bucks deal. At first, Lynsey's progress was slow. While all the other girls were blonde and blue-eyed, she was the only redhead with freckles. "But I never complained or cried like a lot of the other kids," she says proudly. Dina remained patient. She knew success very rarely happened overnight, but Lynsey found it harder. Her grasp on time was very different, and a few weeks seemed like an eternity. After several attempts at hitting the jackpot, the ambitious wannabe became despondent and swore she'd never act again unless she landed her next audition. Dina tried to ignore her daughter's tantrums, but when the time came for Lynsey to attend her next audition, she couldn't bear to hear the outcome. To her relief, Lynsey got the part. It was a commercial for Duncan Hines. When the morning of the actual shoot arrived, Lynsey was a bundle of excitement. Incredibly blasé, she skipped through the shoot with the ease of a seasoned pro. "I remember there was a lot of cake on set, and all I wanted to do was eat the cake," she giggled. Dina was amazed by her daughter's performance. She clearly had a talent on her hands, and, as a mother, she had a responsibility not to let it go to waste. After making an impressive debut, the offers of work started to flood in. Lynsey eventually racked up a whopping 60-plus ads, including work for Gap, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, and Jell-O. She describes the latter, where she appeared with Bill Cosby, as one of her favorites. "We got to laugh and sing Jell-O songs," she giggles, now embarrassed by the thought. "I think the flavor was grape. All my friends really liked that commercial. I looked so cute." As Lynsey's workload grew, Dina became increasingly focused on her daughter's career. Inevitably, the two forged a titanium-strength bond that remains to this day, with Dina continuing to manage her schedule. "My mum's the coolest ever."